Well, Butch, you're about, what, 3 weeks into full fall practice? How's it going so far?
Yeah, it starts week 4 for us. So, we went over and played an exhibition game there after the first week and a half, and it was just so tardy and late on the fastball with our hitters. We've been working hard. I'm starting to see some growth with our pitchers. Every SEC coach that would talk about pitching is going to be cautiously optimistic, but Joseph Gonzalez coming back in a throw-in program, we're cautiously optimistic. Seeing some of these young guys and seeing them throw the ball and seeing them get better over 3 weeks' time, cautiously optimistic. Knowing that we got 80% of our innings back, so a lot of those guys are back, starting to see a little bit of growth. It's really hard to see within the first couple of weeks, so maybe week 3 is a good sign of starting to see some of this happen. So Bobby Pierce, Ike Irish has probably been really consistent. Carter Wright, another catcher. Those guys have been swinging the bat, and I'm starting to see some more guys get on time, and you're starting to see the lineup lengthen out of how you envisioned when you started. You've been patiently waiting for the guys to be able to get to the fastball and get on time. So now starting week 4, we're starting to see that just coming with we went from 2 or 3 squad games a week. Now we're up to 4 because we feel like we need the at-bats, and that needs to be, that's kind of our primary focus, is trying to get on time at the plate. So starting to see that week 4, and the guys are working hard. Coaches are staying with them, so I'm happy to report seeing some growth.
And Joseph, you mentioned, is he on track? Is he doing everything you were hoping he would be able to do right now?
Yeah, between Dr. Andrews, Anthony Sanderson, our trainer's amazing. Tiefer, new pitching coach, myself, we put forth this plan of, now that we've started Joseph throwing, we're going to carry him through the entire season. If he keeps checking all the boxes, he'll be more prepared for the season than any pitcher that gets a shutdown after the fall. So, and we won't take a break with Joseph. So we're kind of excited about the strategy. We think it's the right way to get him back, not only to the level he was, and hopefully a step forward. So nothing but good reports right now on Joseph.
What other arms so far for you are performing well, especially newcomers that have caught your eye?
Yeah, Cam Tilley, newcomer,
freshman,
for sure. Freshman from Indiana is just, it's all that the analytics is already there. That's what got him, with USA Baseball. That's what got him the professional attention. But I think each week, if he can just keep shoving it in the zone a little bit more, that's a real slider, and that's looking for. If you're looking for somebody in the back end that's young and can pitch as a freshman, you got to have something that's going to disrupt timing and have some confidence in it. And Cam has that. Myers, the transfer, the lefty from UAB, looks like a starter. He's made a couple of tweaks and adjustments, and from his first outing to where he's at now, it's getting pretty exciting. One of the returners that I'm really high on is Tanner Bauman. A guy that did really good work in the bullpen for us. It looks like the slot's repeating more, and it's not like good inning and then a slot change and fighting it. I think him and Teefs worked really hard to get something consistent with the slot, and I think that's really allowed him to throw some good innings. I'm excited. I feel like he's taken a jump in velo. Last year was his first year, so another year of experience. I can see the confidence and the consistency with the slot with Bauman. To give you a good report on him. And
so Cam could potentially be a closer or a setup guy or just an important piece in the bullpen?
I think so. You don't want to force anything, right, just organically. But I can see Teeth putting him at the back end. I can see not many freshmen come in and say, I want to finish games. So, he's got to go do that organically, and the team feel it. And so we're trying to create moments where he's pitching at the back end. But it's not the end-all, be-all. It's not like the starters have even run away from our relievers. I mean, you got guys built up maybe now in the week 4 where they're just throwing 3 innings. So you're getting 1 or 2 or 3 innings max. It's not like starters are running away with the relievers. I think he's done a good job where he has the stuff where he looks like he can do it right now. But we'll see what all the roles shake out. That's a little bit more of a January thing. But I love a freshman that comes in, because they've all started their whole life. To see somebody come in and want this, So he was a starter in high school, but closed for USA Baseball and caught the bug. He likes it.
Okay, that's great. And swinging the bat, you mentioned Ike Irish and a couple more. Who besides the guys maybe you'd expect that you really like their at bat so far?
Yeah, from a dual guy, I think Hayden Murphy's playing hard. And when he gets a hit, he's trying to push for 2. So he's playing with some energy. Stanfield's starting to crank it up, and he's stealing some bases. Ike's been Ike, which is good and what you expect. I think he's getting to the pull side a little bit more with a little more backspin, a little more lift. That would be exciting. You know, he hit a ton of doubles last year. It made him a freshman All-American. Hit 6 home runs. Again, another one of those things you don't force. But I'm starting to see him be able to get the barrel, you know, to the plus side, to the pull side with backspin and lift, and I think that'll play good for us, for Auburn. You know, Fabian and Weiss in the middle infield, a couple of older guys. Probably throw Hernandez in there from Jacksonville State. Those 3 infielders. I don't think they've caught fire yet or got on a roll yet, but I'm looking at the whole picture. I'm looking at the defense. I'm looking at how they work, how they carry themselves. Those guys that's been in college baseball, that I think brings that experience component to us. And it looks like they're getting closer and closer. And when they click in and start, you know, they're having good at bats, but when they start really getting some hits, I think we're going to be excited. And by how they work, I'm confident in seeing that coming.
Fabian second, Weiss short. How are you sort of working the guys?
Flipping them back and forth. They're both playing both roles. Caden Green's the returner. That's done a nice job playing both.
How about third?
Yeah, third, Hernandez has played it a little bit. Don't forget Gavin Miller last year. That was a tough freshman year for him because our boy wound up breaking the single season home run record, Bryson Ware. But Gavin's played some third and first. Our third basemen are kind of going back from third to first. Our middle infielders are trying to bounce around from third to second. Hernandez has done more second to third. There's a lot of musical chairs with Coach Nunemaker now. And hopefully some guys will just keep getting comfortable. I love Fabian at second base. And although I think he could play shortstop every day, hadn't figured it out. Cooper Weiss is a guy that comes to us as a college graduate, made 2 errors in Division I baseball, so he's getting every look possible. And then Caden Green was in the program and played most every day for us. That's a guy directing traffic, and there's some value in that when he knows how to get everybody lined up on the field consistently. So feeling pretty good. You know, I guess the other thing to mention, got some young freshmen that are playing hard. You know, Cade Ballou right here in Auburn, Cole Edwards up at Spain Park, Birmingham, are 2 physical guys that are more physical than most freshmen.
I think Cole hit one out tonight, right?
Yeah, just you know, they got a chance to swing the bat and contribute. Is it now or is it later?
Right.
But those are good guys. Sam Robertson from Oxford's another guy that can run, athletic, defend. You're excited about his future, and hopefully he's learning from some of these guys that I mentioned, some of these older, experienced guys on the infield. I think that's a talented player. And at catcher, the freshman that's played so good for us is Cale Strickland, and he's coming here as a true freshman and has really caught the ball well. Really, all 3 guys, Irish, Strickland, and Wright, have all caught well. But to see a freshman that advanced and know the game, and to be ready to play and catch a SEC pitching staff, he's been nothing short of impressive.
I wanted to ask you about Irish making the move to catcher, and also Stanfield going from left field to center field, replacing a really, really important player back there. How do you like those 2 moves so far?
Yeah, Kason Howell was by here a couple of weeks ago. He's really interested in how Chris is doing because he invested in him every day. That was part of the amazing leadership that Kason Howell did. But it's his time. We try every waiver in the world. There's nothing left for Kason, and Chris is capable, and he's ready, and he's been invested in. So I think he's going to do amazing there. Bobby Pierce has got one of those other spots held down, unless something changed. So we got one spot with a lot of guys. Mainers from Jacksonville State. I mentioned the 2 young freshmen, and there's others. So we're just battling it out, and we're a long way from whittling it down to anchoring some stuff. But you know, Ike is committed every day at catcher right now, so he's doing great there. Those 2 outfield spots, I do think Pierce and Stanfield right now, if we started this weekend and started playing, those are everyday players. Cooper McMurray's been out for the whole fall so far. He's starting to swing a bat, stuff like that. We know what he can do, so we think that will bolster us and feel better about ourselves having somebody like that sitting in the middle lineup back. But it's really given us a chance to really get some guys going from third to first base and seeing some other guys play. But we're excited to get Cooper back shortly.
Okay, so he'll be back this fall?
I think so, by the end. I don't know how much game action will force him in, but he's already starting to swing the bat, and he'll start running and doing some things. So we just did a little cleanup procedure on his knee. So it was just something probably that 4 or 5 weeks to knock us out. probably wrecks his fall, but he'll be good to go for the spring.
And I know you've had at least one other pretty major injury, I guess. Just update us on the health of your club.
Yeah, it's pretty good, especially with the pitching staff. You know, knock on wood there. I feel like everybody's trending in the right direction. And then Eric Guevara was a freshman from Panama that we think the world of. I think he was a great player. We got to be careful using names in the past, but it was a Ryan Bliss type, you know, feeling of a freshman coming in and feeling like he just, you know, he's physical. He's a 200-pound infielder, quick enough bat, great with the glove at shortstop. He's going to be a great player. So that was disappointing for our program. It was a non-contact. It was our first ACL injury that we've had, and just kind of changing directions and just falls on the ground, and it wound up being the worst case scenario. So Eric's, our trainer's done a great job docking those guys, but that's a 9-month sentence. So, you know, it's not like he's not part of our program, but that'll be a guy that'll start his freshman year next year, and we'll have to overcome it. And that's why you have some of these experienced guys here. But that was a heck of a ball player. A shock to everybody. The whole team was sitting here and saw it in the one rep. That was the featured rep. So we all saw it, and that's part of playing, you know, baseball at a pretty high level. And injuries happen, but you know, he's got a bright future, and we got to see enough to be really excited about Eric Guevara.
Thank you very much, Coach.